Hey guys, Lasha here. So today we'll be building a traditional Italian lakeside house. It's very cozy. It sits right by this beautiful lake that you'll probably see later in the video. And I'm starting off by clearing this plot of land where the house will sit. You gotta make sure the plot of the land is flat, otherwise the house would not look good and it would just not sit. So I cleared out this plot of land for the house. Now I'm mapping out the floor plan. As you can see, the house is not that big at all. It's going to have one bedroom, one bathroom, an office sort of room, kitchen, living room, and now I'm starting off with the front of part of the house. As you can see, these windows and these doors, they look a little weird. Am I right? They don't look like Minecraft, but they actually are Minecraft. So I'm using a Cocricot mod. You may have heard of it before, you may have not. I feel like if you're into these types of builds that are more aesthetic and cozy, you have probably heard of it. It's a mod that adds a lot of new furniture and building materials in your game, such as windows, doors, fences, lights, plants, bushes, flowers, furniture, decor, food. It literally adds everything you can think of, and I feel like it really elevates the game and any build you create, because it really has a more realistic feel. And with this house, I wanted to have a more realistic approach. So that's why it looks like this. That's why I'm using shaders and a realistic texture pack. I hope you like it. I don't know if a lot of people do these types of builds on YouTube, because a lot of people just prefer to use, regular Minecraft textures and some basic shaders, but I wanted to do something a bit more authentic and something that fits my personal style a bit, because that's just what I wanted to do. So that's why this isn't really a tutorial necessarily. This is more of like a speed build where you just see me build a house very sped up, very fast, which is why it's only been 2 minutes and we're already doing all this stuff. I know, it's kind of crazy, but yeah, we're mapping out the house. I'm laying down some materials, the floors especially. And a cool, interesting thing about this house is that the living room is sunken, meaning that, as you can see, the living room sits on one block lower than the rest of the house. And I think that kind of creates a cool atmosphere in the house. Usually I like living rooms like that because they just feel a bit more cozy and secluded and inviting in a way. I struggled with this video when it came to filming because when I build, trust me, I'm all over the place. I go from one place to another, to another, to another. I don't even know where I am most of the time. So for that reason, this build may look a little messy and all over the place, but I hope in the edit, it's all gonna look better and be a bit more clean, I guess. But yeah, which is kind of funny, despite this being a more cozy / relaxing video. Personally, I was not very relaxed. Yeah, as you can see, this house is only on one floor, meaning that there is no second floors or whatever. There's no staircases. There is just one main floor. I tried building the second floor, but let me just tell you, it was not looking good. So I decided to stick to one floor. Honestly, because most of these types of houses that I see usually are just one floor, but they may have one part of the house that's slightly raised, which is what I did with the hallway. I built a little tower thing. But yeah, now we're doing the walls. I decided to make the interior walls white because I feel like if the whole house was made out of sandstone, it would just look a little medieval and a little too rustic, and I didn't want that. This house is more of a mix of traditional and modern. It's still not crazy modern. Don't think this is some sort of modern, crazy, futuristic mansion. But it's definitely been, if this house was in a real world, it would have been renovated in the past 15 years, I would say. The living room is probably my favorite part of this house because it has this huge window that looks at the lake. I wish I showed a bit more views of the lake because of how beautiful it was, but you'll see it later in the video. I'm also super excited about furnishing this house because I've never used this mod before, and I also haven't built in Minecraft in a long time, so for that reason This was a bit of a challenge, but it was also exciting and fun to do this again. Also, I excuse myself if I sound, I don't know, all over the place or messy or whatever. I tried recording this with a script. It did not work out. I hate scripts. I hate reading off of something because it just doesn't feel genuine. So if I'm rambling and yapping like crazy, excuse me, that's just how I am, especially when I'm a bit anxious, and considering that I haven't filmed videos in a long time, I kind of am a little anxious, but hopefully that's okay. Hopefully you'll understand that. Okay, enough about me. Yeah, as you can see, this house is almost done with the exterior. I think once you get the front part of the house done, everything else is gonna be a lot easier. The roof of this house was a little hard to do. I struggled a little bit with it initially, but at the end I kind of decided to go with a simpler approach of just kind of making it out of slabs and not really having any intricate pieces. But yeah, now we are going to go inside of the house. Let's place the doormat first and let's go in. So I'm starting off with the hallway. I'm placing down some clothes racks or whatever. Is it like a hanger or I don't know. Listen, English is not my first language, so some of the words I still be forgetting, okay? I like this rug though, it's really pretty. And the paintings are great too. You'll see how beautiful this mod is. It feels like it doesn't really feel like a mod, even though you know it's a mod. You know what I mean? Like, it really complements the game so well that it doesn't look too out of place. And I'm talking about all the furniture that you see right now, because let's be honest, none of this stuff is in Minecraft, okay? But yeah, I am just kind of decorating a bit of the ceiling, just making it a bit more pretty, more detailed. We are already doing the kitchen, as you saw, which was actually a struggle. The kitchen was a mess. That's why you see so many cuts. Oh my god, this is like a slideshow. But yeah, I am doing the kitchen, kind of moving things around because it was definitely a little hard to do it originally. But once we figured that out, I moved on to the dining area. And now, of course, we're gonna decorate the whole place after placing down all the furniture and stuff. I feel like these plants and all this decor really kind of just makes it so lived in and so cozy, and that's the whole point of this house, is to look like that. Like someone lives here, you know? Let's close these doors, and as you can see, I added like a skylight in the living room. I did it off camera though, but I hope you don't mind, because this isn't really a tutorial after all. So I'm placing some curtains now, and I also really like these sofas and the chair. I wish it looked a bit more old and like vintage, because I feel like it looks kind of modern, but it's fine. This house is a bit of a mix of that like newer stuff with older anyways. But yeah, it looks really pretty. I'm very satisfied with it so far. Adding some decor again. And you know, with this house, I feel like natural light is very important, which is why there's a lot of windows that they're very tall as well. I added a lot of plants too. I really wanted to make this house feel like it was one with nature, you know? Even though that probably made no sense. But anyways, this is the living room, and now we're doing the bathroom. This is gonna be like a 10-second part. This is like, we're literally almost over. But yeah, this is the bathroom. Nothing special, nothing crazy. Just cute, traditional, you know. Moving on. Let's go and do the other rooms. So we have this room for the office, and this room is gonna be for the bedroom. I placed down this bed. It took me a bit of time to figure it out how it works, because this was my first time using this mod. I don't know if I told you, but I haven't built in a long time. I think it's been like 2 years since I built last time in Minecraft. So using all these blocks, all this new stuff was an adjustment, but the more I build, the more comfortable I'll get, so it's gonna be fine. The bedroom turned out pretty cute. Not my favorite part of the house, but it still looks really pretty. And I added these high windows on the left side for some more privacy. Made some changes to the walls. These ceiling lights really just brighten up the whole room, so that's really good. Like, that's the modern part of the house, I would say, is the lighting, maybe. I don't know, maybe not. I'm just rambling, I'm so sorry. Now for the office, I added this darker desk with the darker shelf. I wanted overall the color palette in the office to be slightly darker to contrast the rest of the house. And these like white walls as well. It just creates like a much different vibe and atmosphere in this room. Even the chandelier is darker. The office is probably one of my favorite parts of this house. It just turned out really great. Like, personally, if this was my office, I would be here. I would spend a lot of time in here. And now we're doing the exterior of the house. The exterior was pretty easy. I just added a bunch of flowers and plants and bushes everywhere to give it that sort of lived-in vibe. Like this house had stood here for a century, almost. But yeah, some of these bushes and flowers that you see are from the mod, but they really blend well into the game, so that's great. I overall think that I created like a really good combo of Patrix, Photon, and Cocricot, because the game looks really pretty like this, and I would honestly prefer to build like this for all my future videos. I don't know if you're new here or if you have watched me before, but considering I took a long break, you probably haven't seen me before. But yeah, I didn't really play with these types of things before. However, I want to make some changes, and I'm honestly down to use this mod again. It looks really great. I'm almost down. No, I'm not down. I'm almost done placing all the foliage and all the, I guess, nature. Let's just say greenery, okay? Yeah. But yeah, the deck of the house that you saw literally a second ago was probably one of my favorite parts of this house. I mean, at this point, every part of this house is my favorite, am I right? But yeah, there's a lot of seating areas outside because with views like these, you kind of have to just sit and admire them. So that's what I did. I added a lot of sitting areas. There's like 2 patios, 1 deck. There's lounge chairs in the front yard. There's even like an area where you can go down by the water and fish if you want. Now I'm adding some mossy cobblestone to just make it a bit more affected by the water, especially with all the moisture and all that. Adding some more plants. But yeah, this mod, Cocricot, is great. Seriously. Oh, and now we're doing the tour of the house. So this is how the house looks. I'ma just let you enjoy it. And after this, I'm gonna play like a little sort of cinematic. So I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. And that's it. Bye!